So the plane was heading to London, and they realized that there was trouble with the engine, so they tried to turn around and make it back to Gander Airport, but they didn't, and they crashed.
Well, when I heard that Sir Frederick Banting was the guy who helped find insulin and his plane crashed here, I was upset that, it impacted other people.
There were people in the woods hunting and trapping rabbits because they had a camp up there, and they were the first ones to get to the plane and find out what had happened. When they got to the crash site, 3 of the people were already dead, but McKee was still alive in his sleeping bag that was dropped from another plane, so they got him on a sled and dragged him back to safety.
Well, when the plane first went down, another plane flew over Musgrave and dropped these little leaflets that was explaining what happened. So they dropped them on the town.
In a newspaper article, it said that it was sabotage because they found sand and the oil, and they found grass and a small piece of cloth in the gas line.
2 people came forward and confessed that they put sand in the gas, and then 2 people were executed.
No one will ever know who had ordered the people from ground crew and Gander to put the sand in the oil.
I also heard that there was another theory that the Nazis shot down the plane.
30 years later, the pilot came back to Musgrave Harbor, and he wouldn't say what happened. He just said that he knew that there was sabotage.
Well, I think what happened was during the time there was the war going on with the Nazis, so I figured that the plane was shot down by the Nazis.
I think that, maybe the Nazis had something to do with the sand and the oil, and maybe that's the reason it crashed.
I think they both can be possible, because the 2 men came forward and confessed, but also pilot Mackey never said what happened, so the plane could be shot down and he could be traumatized.
I believe that was just an accident and the plane just crashed.
I think this had a huge impact on this town because we get a lot of tourists because of it.
Affects me as a young person because I can know that I can help other people too.
My grandmother was 11 years old when the plane first went down. I sat down with my grandmother and I recorded her on my phone.
Well, we were in school, and the plane was going over, almost like she was striking the school. And we knew that there was a war on at the time, but we didn't know nothing was happening. And they brought out Mackie, the sole survivor. So then the people brought out the bodies.
Yeah.
And carried them up in the lodge. When they got ready to carry the bodies away, they had a service down on the pond, and the Salvation Army band played, and I can't remember the details of all of it because I was only a girl.
Yeah.
But it was a long time.
Yeah.
Church bells rang and flags were raised, crowds going everywhere, to pay their last respects to those who fell from the air. They held the services in the lodge, read the Bible and sung a hymn, then took the bodies in a hearse and carried them to the plane. Then the band played, and all began to sing, as they put the bodies aboard the plane, God Save the King. But I'm sure they will be rewarded when this life's work is done. Now to these brave men who are flying in the air, guarding our country and keeping us from fear, may God protect and guide them wherever they may roam, and when this war is over, return them safe back home.